How do you learn a second language? What do you guys think? I had to click on it. Okay. How do you learn? Talk to me. Gavin, go.
First at school.
Okay, tell us more.
At school, like basic grammar and sentence structures, and getting used to the basics of this second language.
Okay.
And then involved with real life, engage with people.
Ooh, I completely disagree with you. Okay. Okay.
I didn't do that, but
good. What else?
Well, I guess like it's not really doesn't matter where you learn this basic. You know, you can. It doesn't matter. You don't have to study it at school or something. You know, you can learn it from someone, like from your relative or someone or your friend.
Wait. Oh my God. Say that again.
From your relative.
You can learn from your relative?
Well, my mother taught me English when I was 5 or something. You know.
How do you know that? How does she do that?
Well, she had kind of cool interactive activities. You know, one of them was.
Did you listen to him? Okay, keep going. Learn from relative, okay?
Well, and simultaneously, like half a year after that, or a year after that, I enrolled in some courses, you know, with my school, but preschool courses, English courses.
But you're basically talking about interaction, right?
Yeah, but I actually wanted not to talk about the location of people, but about the kind of content that you learn, you know. Like, I guess, like for me, I can divide it, some basics, you know, some basic languages, some basic grammar, and after that you learn something more complicated, like in terms of grammar, you know, like all those tenses and other things like that, like conditionals, things like that. And once you learn them, you practice them a lot. And afterwards, you kind of have this, I don't know whether, like for me, you kind of have a thing when you subconsciously know what to say, you know how to say it, even though you may not remember the exact rule that lies beneath it. You know.
Good. What else? What do you think? You haven't heard your voice today.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
Find a partner. Practice with each other. So by yourself, learn it by yourself is so boring and hard.
Even boring or hard?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Okay. What else? Shoot, we have not heard your voice.
I learned English at a young age as a hobby.
A hobby?
Yeah, hobby.
Did you learn on your own?
No, from something like the hobby school that teach the young child English.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else?
Watching series? Watching TV?
Watching TV?
Yes, TV series.
Like what?
Big Bang, The Broken Two.
Big Bang?
that's a trick. They used to be really difficult.
Good. Good. Anyone else? This is an amazing list. This is an amazing list. Now. I can write paper based on anything, okay? Okay. Thank you. So, second language acquisition is a huge field. Huge. And all the things that you just said are possible research questions. Like, how do we learn through TV watching? How do we learn by relatives? How do we learn through hobbies? Like, these things are our guiding research questions. And so I took the entire field of SLA, the entire field, and let's look at this diagram really quick. Okay? There are two sides to this diagram. I call this two themes in SLA. SLA, second language acquisition. Okay? One side is cognitive, which means brain. Other side is situative, in the environment. Now, if you look closely at this diagram, there are two sides, and they are very diametrically opposed. Because research either believes cognitivism or situativism. They do not talk to each other. Let me explain again. People who are cognitive scientists in second language acquisition do not believe that the environment plays a role in the learning process. They are on this side. These people, for example, are at the University of Hawaii. Okay? This side believe, no, the brain, that's not where learning happens. Learning happens in the environment. Okay? And so each part of the diagram, as you can see, shows how it's different. So for example, here, cognitivists believe in information processing, that your brain is like a computer. Okay? Information goes in, and then output. In, output. So they research how that process happens. These guys think on the opposite side. They don't think the brain is how you learn. They think it's through collaboration. So as I collaborate, then the learning happens. Learning happens here, not here. Do you see how this diagram shows two different sides? Declarative procedural knowledge versus experiential knowledge. Or memory versus memory in context. Acquisition versus participation. Input versus affordance. What is an affordance? Do you know what an affordance is? Okay. I didn't think you would. So, this is the definition of affordance. This is the definition. Ready? Haley, can you read the definition in your biggest, loudest voice?
The relationship between an organism and a particular feature of its environment.
The author, Van Leer 2000, page 252.
While an affordance allows action, it neither triggers nor causes that action. What becomes an affordance depends on what the organism does, what it wants, and what is useful for it.
What does this mean? I don't know. This is very complicated language, right? And so he was my teacher for my master's program, so I called him on the telephone. I go, Leo, I don't understand what you're saying. And he goes, ah, stupid Dave. And so then he explains to me, and this is what he said. Think of a leaf, okay? A leaf, the properties are the same. The leaf never changes. But a tree frog will crawl on it, an ant will cut it, a caterpillar will eat it for food, right? Spider uses for shade, and a shaman for medicine. The leaf always stays the same, but different animals or insects use it differently. It's an affordance for different things, for different purposes. That's what they mean by affordance. So language is presented to everyone the same, but how you use a language differs. Cool, huh? So in all cases, the leaf is the same, its properties do not change, it is just that different properties are perceived and acted upon by different organisms. So, cognitivists think this is stupid. Situativists say this is very, very important for us. This is what we need to research, is how people take the language and use it for their own purposes. And so there's more information that you can go home and look at. On the second part, I continue the chart. Cognitivist is very individual. Social. Competence versus semiotic. You can go home and look at this more closely. Do you see how it differs between one side and the other side? There are very few people in the world who think like David. So, what does David believe? So you know me a little bit, right? What do you think I believe?
Both.
I am actually kind of sad, actually. And the reason this picture was taken, actually, I was at SLA conference, and then people literally were getting into fights. Because they were getting into fights, this was like 4 years ago, they no longer, cognitivists had their own conference, situativists have their own conference. They cannot talk. It's that bad. Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
So what does Dave believe?
Aren't there any, like, for example, maybe you, like, because this dualism happens in many sciences, but eventually people come to understanding that you should, like, kind of mix both things and take advantages of
It happens
both.
when there is a commercial use of that. In language,
No,
it's not such.
it's not the commercial use. It's just from.
I take a socio-cognitive perspective.
Uh,
I'm one of the few people that believes in combining both. You believe it or not, I'm one of the few people in this world, literally, that are researchers as a socio-cognitivist. I believe the brain is important as well as the social environment. The only difficulty is how you research that. That's the difficult part. Okay? So I believe in noticing, interaction, and output hypothesis. I don't believe that you can separate interaction. So by watching TV, for example, I consider that interaction. Okay? So Dave, which I'm the only one at GSU that thinks this way, by the way. I know, right? I believe in sociocultural theory. Do you know this man? Lev Vygotsky? Raise your hand if you have heard of him.
is he Russian?
He is! Oh, sorry, he is! He says that social activity pushes development. Okay? So what he researched was not language learning. What he researched was children, and how children interact with each other. What he notices is that children literally push each other cognitively through playing. And so we take his theory and we apply it to language learning. And he showed this interesting diagram. This is crazy. This is really interesting. He says, this is his diagram, by the way. The title, I don't know the title exactly, but this was in his book. Okay, I don't read Russian, so I tried my best to, you know. So, he has 1, 2, 3, 4 different areas that you can learn language. He says that 1, we can learn from someone more capable, like a teacher or a mother. Makes sense now? So you can learn from someone more capable. Teacher has more knowledge to tell students, right? Then the second area, interaction with equal peers. Can we learn from each other?
Yes.
Yes. So more capable, equal. What does this say? Interaction with who?
Less capable
Less
peers.
capable. So more capable, equal, less capable. So what does that mean? For example, when I was learning Chinese, right? I remember I was walking down the street. This little baby is there. It's like, oh, 小朋友你好, which is, oh, little friend, hello. Baby just looked at me because I had no tones. There are no tones there.
Yes.
I'm like, 小朋友你好. There's no tones. So baby's like, huh? I'm like, 小朋, huh? And then, so I'm trying really hard to interact with this baby. And then once I use my tones correctly, then the baby's like, oh, 老外, stupid. Yeah, okay, I get it what you're saying. So the baby, once I used the tones, understood what I was saying. So the baby was teaching me in interaction. Do you see that? And then, here, inner resources. So yourself. Yourself. And finally, through self-regulation, meaning your language is doing all of these things. So once again, someone more capable you can learn from,
Peer.
equal, less capable, and yourself. Do you see how this diagram works? Right? Different types of people to interact with. More capable. What's the second one?
Equal peer.
Equal. The third?
Less capable.
And the fourth?
Yourself.
Yourself. And so it is through all of these forms of interaction that learning can happen. Got it? That's what